Kevin, I am Kazama Revika Mana. For today's video, I will be discussing the three of the common sports activities, which are basketball, volleyball, and soccer. Without further ado, let's get into it. First sport, basketball. Now, let's discuss the history of basketball. Basketball came to existence through the ingenuity of Dr. James Naismith. It was first played in 1891 at Springfield, Massachusetts, YMCA. The first ball used was a soccer football because of its ability to bounce uniformly. The first baskets were pitch baskets, suspended from the traditional running track of so many generations built in that period. Its height of the baskets were determined by the running track or balcony height. The first team had 9 players, 3 forwards, 3 centers, and 3 guards. Moreover, later on, it became optional to introduce 5, and finally 5 was selected as the best number. So that is why we play basketball in the number of 5 players nowadays. As late as 1950, total of 16 foreigners nations had hired Americans to teach as game abroad, conduct clinics as act of consultants in schools and cities. Lastly, basketball was first used in Olympic Games in 1936 in Berlin, where the US toyed with all oppositions. Now let's discuss the facility needed. First, a playing court which length about 28 meters, width of 15 meters, which is a boundary line, center line and semicircles, free throw lines, restricted areas and free throw rebound places, 3-point field goal area, and team bench areas. We also have the equipment needed to play the game. First, backstop units consisting of backboards, baskets comprising rings and nets, backboard support structures including paddling, basketballs, game clock, scoreboard, 24-second device, stopwatch or a suitable device, not the game clock for timing timeouts, 2 separate distinctly different and loud signals, score sheet of course, player foul markers, team foul markers, alternating position arrow. So those were the things needed to play basketball. Now, I am going to discuss the mechanical analysis of the basic skills. First, we have the passing. Regardless of which pass is used, certain factors are common to all passes. Now, how to do passing? In this video, I will also be demonstrating how to pass a ball. First, for firm control, hold the ball with the thumb and finger pads and not with the palm of the hands. Second, passers step forward in the direction of the receiver. Passes should be made with quick arm extension and snap of the wrists with thumbs and fingers providing momentum. Third, after the pass is released, the palms should be facing the floor. Fourth, avoid telegraphing the direction of the pass. Learn to use peripheral vision and keep eyes moving from place to place to develop an awareness of the teammates' positions. And lastly, anticipate the spot toward which a teammate will be moving to receive the pass. Second is catching. Receiving the ball is the most important fundamental skills. Many turnovers involve failure to handle the pass properly. How to pass. Move toward the pass with fingers spread and relaxed, reaching for the ball with elbows bent and wrists relaxed, and then hand give as the ball comes in. Third, dribbling. What is dribbling? It is used to advance the ball, break for the basket, or maneuver out of a difficult situation. How to do dribbling? The knees and trunk is slightly flexed, hands and eyes forward. Peripheral vision is important. Do not look behind the ball and see it in the lower part of the visualist. B. The ball is propelled with a fingertip with the hand cupped and relaxed. There is a little arm motion, push rather than slap the ball. Lastly, dribbling hand should be alternated. Fourth, shooting. The primary objective of the game is to score goals. That is why it is also one of the most important skills to learn in playing basketball. You cannot just play basketball without aiming for a goal. So how to do shooting? Both the toes and the shoulders should face the basket. The weight is evenly distributed on both feet. The ball is held between the shoulder and eyes level. B. A comfortable grip with 5 fingers well spread and the ball resting in the pads of the fingers is essential. One should be able to see daylight between the palm of the hand and the ball. C. The eye is fixed on the target, the rim or the backboard for the rest of the shot. As the shot starts, the wrist is cocked. D. The follow-through imparts a slight backspin to the ball. The arms are fully extended, the wrist is completely flexed, and the hand drops down towards the floor. The arch should be 45 degrees, a little higher. Lastly, we have pivoting. What is pivoting? Pivoting, it is a maneuver that protects the ball by keeping the body between the ball and the defensive player. How to do pivoting? The ball is held firmly in both hands with elbows out to protect it. One foot, the pivot foot, must always be in contact with the floor. Turning on that foot is permitted, but it must not drag always from the pivot spot. The lead foot must, however, step in any direction. So that was the facility, equipment, and the basic skills in basketball. Now, let's proceed to softball. So let's discuss the history of softball. George Hancock of Chicago, Illinois started game softball in 1889 and Louis Rober of Minnesota in 1895. The game took different names at different times such as playground ball, kidding ball, recreation ball, 4 old cats, and ladies ball. Lastly, Walter Hackenson gave the official name of softball. Now, let us discuss the facility and equipment. First, we have the playing field. It is the area within the ball may be legally played and fielded. It has a clear and unobstructed area within the minimum radius of 220 feet for junior and women fast pitch or 250 feet for junior and fast pitch. The 1 meter 3 feet line is drawn parallel to and 0.9 meters 3 feet from the baseline, starting at a point halfway between home plate and first base. The batter's on deck circle is a 1.52 or 5 feet circle, 0.76 meter, 2.5 feet radius placed adjacent to the end of the player's bench or dugout area closest to the home plate. The batter's box, 1 on each side of the home plate, 3 feet by 7 feet. The catcher's box, 10 feet in length from the rear outside corners of the batter's boxes and 8.5 wide feet. Now, each coach box is behind the line 15 feet, drawn outside the diamond. The line is parallel to 1 and 12 feet from the first and third baselines, extended from bases toward home plate. The home plate is made of rubber. It is a 5-sided figure 17 inches wide across the edge facing the pitcher. The sides is parallel to the inside lines of the batter's box and 8.5 inches long. The sides of the point facing the catcher are 12 inches long. The pitcher's plate is made of rubber 24 inches long and 6 inches wide. A. The top of the plate shall be level with the ground. And B. The front line of the plate shall be following distance from the outside corner of the home plate. For male fast pitch, adult and junior, it is 14.02 or 46 feet. Female fast pitch, adult and junior, 13.11 meter or 43 feet. The bases other than home plate is 15 inches square and shall be made of canvas or other suitable material and not more than 5 inches thickness. The bases should be securely fastened in position. 2. The bat is round and smooth and more than 34 inches long and 38 ounces in weight. The ball is 12.5 inches in circumference and 6 1/4 ounces in weight. We also have the gloves and mitts. Any player may wear a glove, but only the catcher and first baseman may use mitts. 5. Shoes should be worn by all players, of course. Now, let us discuss the analysis of the basic skills of softball. First, we have gripping the ball. How to grip the ball. The thumb is on one side, the index and middle fingers on top, and the other fingers supporting along the other. Second skill is throwing. How to throw. First, secure a firm grip on the ball, raise the throwing arm to shoulder height and bring the elbow back. The hand with the ball is then brought back over the head so it is well behind the shoulder at about shoulder height. C. The left side of the body is turned in the direction of the throw and the left arm is raised in front of the body. D. The weight is on the back right foot with the left foot advanced and the toe touching the ground. E. The arm comes forward with the elbow leading and the ball is thrown with a downward snap of the wrist. F. The body weight is brought forward into the throw, shifting to the front foot. G. There should be a good follow through so the palm of the throwing hand faces the ground at completion of the throw. And lastly, the eye should be in the target throughout and the arm should be kept and loose during the throw. Next is sidearm throw. It's much the same as the overhand throw, except that the entire motion is kept near a horizontal plane. It is used for shorter, quicker throws and employs a whip-like action. So how to do the sidearm throw? First, swing the arm out from shoulder and around parallel to the ground. B. The throw curves more because a side spinning action is usually parted to ball on release. And C. There is generally some body lean forward the side of the throwing arm. We have the underhand throw. So if we have the sidearm throw, we also have the underarm throw. So how to do it? First, the throwing hand and arm brought back with palm facing forward in a pendulum swing. The elbow is bent slightly. B. The weight is mostly on the back foot. Remember, it must be on the back foot and not on the front foot. C. The arm comes forward, almost in bowling motion, and the ball is tossed. The weight shifts to the front during the toss. Lastly, the flight of the ball should remain low and arrive about waist height. Now let's proceed to pitching. So there's type of pitching. There's first a slingshot delivery. How to do the slingshot delivery? First, grip the ball with index finger and middle finger on top of the ball with the ring finger to the side and thumb underneath. Both feet must be in contact with pitcher's plate, facing the batter, and holding the ball momentarily in front with both hands. B. The pitcher takes one hand from the ball, extends the ring arm forward, and brings it back in pendulum swing, positioning the ball well behind the body. C. A normal stride taken toward the batter with the left foot begins the throwing sequence for a right-handed pitcher. So it is for the right-handed pitcher. Take note of that. Next is the arm is brought forward with an underhand slingshot motion and the weight is transferred to the leading foot. Lastly, only one step is permitted. The follow-through motion is important. We have also the windmill delivery. It is an alternative pitching motion in which the arm describes full arc overhead, moving behind the body and then forward toward the batter. So how to do it? The arm goes into full extension and the downward swing in back, gathering momentum as the forward motion begins. The pitch is otherwise the same as the normal motion. Next, fielding fly balls. We have A. Grounders. The fielders should move as quickly as possible into the path of the ball and then move forward and play ball on good hop. B. The eyes must be kept on ball, following into the hands or gloves. C. The feet are spread. The seat is kept down and the hands are carried low in front. The weight is on the balls of the feet or on the toes, and the knees are bent to lower the body. D. As the ball is caught, the fielder straightens up, takes a step in the direction of the throw, and makes the throw. Lastly, we have the base running. In running to first base, run in all-out sprint. Run throughout the first base to other side without slowing. B. In rounding bases, touch base with outside foot. Do not break stride. Use a banana approach. Turn sharply and accelerate away from the base. Next, C. In sliding, the slide begins from base. Hands and arms are extended in most of the slides. Now, let us proceed to volleyball. So what is the history of volleyball? According to the module given to us, William G. Morgan of Hull City, Massachusetts created a game called Mintonette in 1895. And then Dr. A.F. Halstead renamed it to volleyball. So it was Dr. A.F. Halstead who renamed it into volleyball, and William G. Morgan first created the game. 3. Elwood S. Brown introduced it in the Philippines in 1910. Thanks to him, we enjoy volleyball nowadays. First, it was first played as demonstration sports in 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Now, let's discuss the facility and equipment needed. First is the playing area. It includes the playing court and the free zone. It shall be a rectangular and symmetrical. The playing court is rectangular, measuring 18 by 9 meters, surrounded by a free zone which is minimum of 3 wide on all sides. The free playing space is the space above the playing area, which is free from any obstructions. The free playing space shall measure a minimum of 7 meters in height from the playing surface. We also have the lines on the court, which are the boundary lines, center lines, and attack lines. We have the zone and areas: the front zone, the service zone, the substitution zone, libero replacement zone, warm-up area of course, and penalty area.
We also have the net, posts, and of course the balls.
Now, let us discuss the mechanical analysis of the basic skills. First, we have the serving. We have two types of serving, which are the underhand serve and the overhand serve. So how to do the underhand serve? First, the server stands facing the net with the left foot slightly forward and the weight on the right foot. B. The ball is held in the left hand with the left arm across and a little in front of the body. C. The ball is lined up with straight forward swing of the right hand. The left hand fingers are spread and the ball rests on the pads of these fingers. D. On the serving motion, the server steps forward with the left foot, transferring the weight to the front foot, and at the same time brings the right arm in preparatory motion. The right hand now swings forward and contacts just below the center. The ball can hit with an open hand or with the fist facing forward or sideward. An effective follow-through with the arm ensures a smooth serve. Now let's have the overhand serve. How to do it? First, the server stands with the left foot in front and the left of the body turns somewhat toward the net. The weight is on both feet. The ball is held in the left hand directly in front of the face. The ball must be tossed straight up, should come down in front of the right shoulder. As the ball is tossed, the weight shifts to the back foot. The height of the toss is a matter of choice, but from 3 to 5 feet is suggested. D. As the ball drops, the striking arms come forward contacting the ball or above the shoulder. The weight is shifted to the forward contacting the ball a foot or so above the shoulder. The weight is shifted to the forward foot, which can take a short step forward, and then the contact is made with an open palm or with the fist. An effective serve is one that has no spin, a floater. We have the passing or returning. First, we have the forearm pass or the underhand pass. So how to do it? The body must be in a good position to ensure a proper volley. The player must move rapidly to the spot where the ball is descending to prepare for the pass. B. The trunk leans forward and the back is straight with a 90-degree angle between the thighs and the body. The body is bent and the body is in partially crouched position with the feet shoulder apart. C. The hands are clasped together so that the forearms are parallel. The clasp should be relaxed, with the type of hand clasp a matter of choice. The wrist, in either case, is turned downward and the elbow joints are reasonably locked. D. The forearms are held at the proper angle to rebound the ball with contact made with the fists or forearms between the knees and the receiver couches. Next, we have the overhand pass. The passer moves underneath the ball and controls it with the fingertips. Feet should be in an easy, comfortable position with knees bent. The cup of the fingers is made so that the thumbs and the forefingers are loose together and other fingers are spread. The hands are held high with elbows out and level with the floor. C. The passer contacts the ball at above eye level and propels it with the force of spread fingers, not with the palms. At the moment of contact, the legs are straightened and the hands and arms follow through. If the ball is passed to a teammate, it should be high enough to allow for control. If the pass is returned to the other side, it can be projected forward with more force. Lastly, we have spiking. So how to do spike? First, approach, take 3-4 steps near the side and attack lines with the last step taken with a stronger leg. B. Step close, take off, transfer the momentum of the body into a vertical direction. Heels of both contact the floor with the weight shifted forward to the toes during the last step. C. We have the arm movements. Swing both arms forward and upward during the takeoff. Extend left arm directly upward above the shoulder and the right arm is bent into a throwing position. Left elbow leads the swing followed by an extension of the spiking arm. Contact a ball with the heel of the open hand to impact a sign snap wrist over the ball. Lastly, back blocking. Jump directly into the air in front of the spike with the arms extended in an effort to block the ball at the same time to rebound it off the arms into the spikers. So that was the facility and equipment and this basic skills for volleyball.